What's up guys, and welcome to another video. So found out about this event yesterday. As you can see in the background, just a lot going on, but yeah, it's the emergency services event. I believe they are going to do a demonstration of some sort, but yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it and we'll see what happens. So guys, we're just on comedy carpet now. Tide is out, beautiful view to see. But yeah, let's have a look what's going on. So we've got a truck over here. So it looks like that's showing a crashed car, making Lancashire safer. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick look round and then maybe go and have a chat with some people. But yeah, if we just move on a little bit, got a fire engineer, look. Just over the other side, we have got another truck, I'm not sure what that is. Just have a quick look. So yeah, we've got a truck there. Looks like we've got an undercover police car here. Loads of different stuff. You've got the spikes they use to pop tyres and stuff. Just setting the alarm off there, look. But yeah. Got someone in there saying that. Got a serious collision investigation unit just in front of us there. So we just move around a little bit, have a look at the rest of it. Just another shot of that, look. So we've got the Royal British Legion Riders branch there. And if we just move around a little bit, we've got two police bikes. They are letting people on them to try them out. Volunteers who care, look, all doing good work. Northwest Blood bikes. And we've got another fire engineer. So yeah, we'll hover about a bit, see what happens. See if we can have a chat with some people. And yeah, we'll go from there guys. But while we're here, just in front of the tower, look, we'll just get a quick view of the tower. Not such a sunny day, but it's not a cold day. But yeah, just spin round, show you everything, where we are. There is a few people here, it's only just started, so not too many at the moment. But yeah, there probably will be some more turn up. So I'll just show you this here. I think they are going to be doing a little demonstration. So when that starts, we'll get that done, get that on camera for you. But yeah, I'm not ever wonder about. Speak to people, if they're alright with being on camera, we'll get that recorded as well. But yeah, let's see what happens guys. Emergency services event in Blackpool.
Allowed to drive on the prom 2025. You'll see that our fire crews are just in the final stages of getting everything prepped for this road traffic collision demonstration. When they start, I will hand over the microphone to some of our colleagues in the police and also our station manager, who will be able to explain to you exactly what's going on at a road traffic collision. This is one of our 6 summer events that are taking place that afford you the opportunity to see what happens in the event of a road traffic collision. What we find is members of the public often get very frustrated when a road gets closed. So we're hoping once you've seen this, you will be able to better understand it is far better to be the person frustrated than to be the reason why the road is closed. And what we're asking you to do is just consider that when you're sat in traffic, and you may have seen on social media in the last couple of weeks, our colleagues in the police have become somewhat frustrated with people trying to take photographs, slowing their vehicle down, creating obstructions for the emergency service workers. Ultimately, what we want you to do is get home safely. So please do take on board everything that gets said to you today. You will then have the opportunity to speak to our traffic officers, our firefighters. Unfortunately, North West Ambulance Service couldn't join us today, but there will be plenty of people that are here to assist you. We've also got our colleagues from highways that look after the motorways, and again, they'll be able to explain their role in what happens at a road traffic collision.
So, just picking up again, guys. They are going to be starting shortly. I will try not to talk too much while they're doing the demonstration, but yeah, should be interesting. But guess who we're with? AC Media. Welcome back to the channel, Aidan. Good to have you back on here. Of course they have. Of course they have. Right, on with it, guys.
On this one, we're just going to mimic a report of a one-vehicle RTC, a road traffic collision. On this occasion, police have arrived first on scene, which does quite regularly happen. Most of our officers are trained in major trauma, and the fire service will come along at some point shortly. Once we're apology, a bit of technical issues. So once we decide that the driver's trapped in the vehicle or is anything that we need fire for, we'll put a call into the control room and fire service will come and assist. Yeah.
Alright guys, so it looks like we're about to start.
So the main
Here we
priority of
go.
the police is to, one, secure the scene, make sure it's safe and prevent any further casualties. Like we members of the public can try and watch. We do get a lot of people that do try and take videos of the collisions, which just causes issues, and it causes a lot of families issues as well. Fortunately, in my role, I tend to deal with the fatal collisions, and I do either team investigates it or goes and speaks to the families. And the big one I've had lately is pictures on social media of loved ones in a serious condition. So the driver's been able to get out of the vehicle. So because it's been a road traffic collision, we'll go through a number of checks. The three ones we'll always do is preliminary impairment test. So the first one will be a breath test. If it's a serious collision or we've got suspect of drugs, we'll then do a drug wipe, which will test for cannabis and cocaine. And then if we still
More technical difficulties.
And if we still think the driver's under the influence, we can do what's called a field impairment test, which is same as what a survivor test do a medical result. So, drink drive when it's 35. The big issue we have is not summer and Christmas period, is people are going a heavy night out. They're going out the night before and they're still over the limit for the morning after. We had quite a few collisions over the Christmas period where people were still blowing in the high 70s, 80s, and we've been drinking the previous night. So the officer's just going through a couple of questions with the driver, and now we'll get a breath test off him. So driver's blown over, so we'll now be arrested and it'll be took through to the nearest custody suite for the evidential procedure to commence, which is put on another breath test machine or we can take notes.
What? Over the limit.
Penalty on the drink driving. I know a lot of people probably know, but it is a mandatory ban for drink driving. However, if you're involved in a collision and someone sadly loses their life, the courts now can impose a life prison sentence for cause death bars on the driving limit, and that's for drink and drugs. So with the vehicle, passengers still trapped within the vehicle. Paul's been made request for fire service to come and assist to provide first aid and extract the casualty. We would also have MWAS or ambulance on route with a serious injuries, but unfortunately can't make it today. Okay, so my name's Trevor from Fire Service. We've now got the attendance and crews, And you can see the white helmets that we've got usually denotes officer in charge. And the primary, obviously, for any road traffic collision that we attend, is to reduce harm to casualties. So immobilising the casualty, along with North West Ambulance Service, is priority. And then we're going to move on then to what are the options for withdrawing that casualty from the vehicle. And the incident commander today, Watchman's Attack, will formulate a number of different plans based on the scenario. So today we've got the passenger that's trapped in the vehicle, and they've just gone through the immobilisation of that casualty.
Casualty in a minute.
Just to be around us there.
So fire service, they undergo a number of months in their initial training for road traffic, and they do maintain a high level of professional maintenance of skill once out. Like I say, our helmets have a number of different markings on them. If you see any with triangles, that means stopper in development. White helmets usually denote some form of incident command training. Tranche Peck has now come up with a plan. Crew's first task, usually within a road traffic collision, is to stabilise the vehicle. There's various ways we can do it, and they'll usually try and use blocks and steps and so on, just so that it reduces the rocking and mobilisation, because that can cause significant injury to anyone that may be trapped due to spinal issues. At the start of shifts, when they start and it's Red Watch today, they're all given the task that in the event of a road traffic collision, everybody knows what they're going to be doing. So they're all numbered off at the start of their shift, so that when we do, if we were to get a road traffic collision,
That rings a bell.
and we've got some pre-described roles that they will be doing. So they would all know what they're doing prior to arrival.
There's a tram going past in the background there. Can't do a video on Blackpool Prom without catching a tram going past.
So once the vehicle is stabilised, we then move on to managing the glass within the vehicle. This can be extremely hazardous to occupants and staff. So we use a combination of masks to protect breathing in dust particles, and then try and withdraw or manage and control any glass that we might need. Obviously, when we start taking doors off, roofs off, and things like that, the glass could go everywhere. So if you've got open wounds or anything like that, we don't want that to get into casualties. So the next stage of the operation will be managing the glass. So just while fire service are securing the vehicle ready to extract the casualty, the police, what we tend to do is we'll take charge of the scene, we'll be looking for witnesses and looking for CCTV. If it is an incident involves a fatality or life changing, we'll put a full investigation team in for the serious collision unit. And what our role will be is to speak to the families and do the investigation work. The frustrating thing for all yourselves is if we do have to do a full investigation, it can take anything from 4 to 10 hours where we'll have that road closed. We'll call out our forensic team, which have to do measurements, 3D scans, and examine the vehicles and do skid testing. So that's the main reason why the roads tend to be shut for so long. With the M6, it's jobs that happen once and been in the media. Highways will also be involved themselves, and they'll take charge of resurfacing the road or repairing barriers. Unfortunately, we have had a lot of serious and fatal collisions recently. Big one for families, most a lot of kids about, is seat belts. Unfortunately, I've had quite a few instances this year and on where children haven't been strapped in right and they have been ejected from vehicles. Another one is car seats. If you are involved in a collision, no matter how minor, if you've got a car seat, get rid of it. If it's been involved in a collision, there may be internal damage that you're not aware of. So when you put your insurance claim in, add your car seat on and don't reuse that car seat. They are only designed to be used for once, and if they're once in a collision. I'm just speaking to some of my fire colleagues. If anyone's unsure of whether their child needs a car seat or not, they have got measuring tools at the crash car at the wheel of a fire engine. So the biggest causes of collisions we've seen recently in Lancs is we have the 4 fatal offences. So drink and drugs are still a major issue for serious and fatality collisions. Mobile phone use, even though the sentences have gone higher, we are getting a lot more collisions involving mobile phones. Hence why we're focusing on when people are videoing our collisions we're dealing with. We have had it before now, a number of years ago, when someone was videoing another collision and was involved in another serious collision themselves on the other carriageway due to videoing the scene. Seat belts did calm down slightly, but certainly recently I've seen a lot more collisions where people would have survived if they did actually have the seat belts on, and I can probably count, I've had 4 this year alone where someone's lost their life, and if they'd had a seat belt on, they would probably still be stood here. So the fire service now, once it's stabilised, managed the glass, we've now looked to enact a plan of trying to create some space within the vehicle. But in doing that, there are a number of different hazards. Airbags create us with some significant issues, and also struts on doors and boots and so on. So the focus will be to remove things like doors and boot flaps in order to create some space. Every vehicle is different. Every vehicle has a number of different nuances for that vehicle, and on our fire appliances we do have access to catalogues and so on from manufacturers to help us identify any hazards that might be within vehicles, such as side airbags and pre-tensioners on seatbelts and so on. Fire service use things like guidelines of the golden hour. The golden hour to us means from point of impact to delivery to a professional healthcare establishment. So we hope to, once mobilised and we get to the scene of operations, to have them delivered hopefully to the local hospital within the hour. Fire service last year statistically attended more road traffic collisions than they did cooking fires and hazards, so it's definitely on the up. Due to some of the innovations in road traffic collision equipment, we've gone away from hydraulic wires that lead in and charging units to battery operated kit. Much easier to move around the vehicle, you're not having to take generators and so on. So from a usage perspective, much more easier.
So they are just removing the door on the other side of the car, guys. I don't know how well you can see it from around this side. But yeah, at the moment they're just removing the driver's side door. And there we go, just got that off.
Then working through the tactical plan, controlling in stabilisation, reviewing that all the time. Blast management, again reviewed as the plan develops. Equipment pools, keeping things tidy, reducing the amount of trip hazards that we have around. Needs to be carefully managed. Fire service is still trying to secure the vehicle to make it safe to extract the casualty. With this one, obviously it's not any front end damage to the demonstration car, so it is quite a simple extraction, and you can see how long it can take. Some of our collisions we've had is when we're putting a member of MWAS or North West Ambulance Service in the vehicle to assess the injuries, and if there is substantive damage to the vehicle, it can take a number of hours to extract casualties from vehicles. If the vehicle's upside down, again, that can cause extra issues, which all adds to why we have the roads closed for so long. If there is major trauma, the casualty would either be took through to Royal Preston or one of the other major trauma centres, which in the northwest we tend to use Aintree and Preston, and that also for Cumbria as well. If it's children involved, we tend to use Alderhay or Manchester. So what we're doing now is we're going to start putting water on the windscreen just to reduce any glass fibres into the casualties cabin whilst we put away the roof. So we're probably now to cut through the glass to free it up, so once we take out the air pillar, we can lift the roof off. So with most road traffic collisions where there's serious injuries or fatalities involved, they are very resource intensive. So from the fire service alone, they'll probably send a minimum of 3 pumps to extract casualties. On some occasions, they'll then send a specialist commander. Ambulance service will send a specialist commander along with a rapid paramedic and the number of ambulances they need. If it is major trauma, air ambulance tend to attend. That could sometimes be 2 air ambulances. And then from a police perspective, we'll tend to have anything from 6 officers to however many we need to secure the scene. On average, you're probably looking at, to investigate a fatal collision, it probably costs roughly 2 million to the economy. So while we're doing this, we'll always have someone in the vehicle or as near the vehicle as we can reassure the casualty. It can get quite noisy in there for the casualty and we'll try and protect them best we can. The main reason why everything takes so long is we've got to go slow and methodical just to make sure that we don't present any further risks to the injured parties.
Did we do all the things out? Yeah.
So the new equipment the fire service now use for extracting palliatives from buildings is no longer battery operated. One of the main benefits for that is it's a lot less noisy. The old conventional equipment we used to use was very noisy, doesn't really show the casualty, and it's hard to try and do medical observations when there's so much noise going on.
All the way through. Set. Air force here. Round to that one.
No.
So what the fire service would do as well, so on this occasion, we've not got any of the hazards from it, but if it is a serious collision where there's extensive damage to the vehicle, they'll also control any fluids leaking from the vehicle. So they have a team set up just to extinguish any fuel if it was to go up in flames. They'll also try and protect the environment, such as putting pads down to prevent oil and other debris going into the water system.
Can we please go on this side?
So the fire service works through methodically now. We signal from the front A posts, middle ones are known as B posts, and the back ones are known as C posts. And we work through methodically, cutting, chopping, redressing, and stabilisation. The aim of us is to get that casualty out in a straight line with a minimal amount of trauma possible.
Better off coming round this side rather than back.
The blue shield that they're using there is there to protect the casualty. It's called a teardrop. And it's there to stop any debris striking onto buildings in the vehicle. If this was a real incident, Northwest Ambulance Service and attendants will be linking it all the time.
And that's how to make a convertible. Once.
Behind the lady.
As you can imagine, there's lots of sharp edges and hazards around the vehicle, so we again illuminate pieces of kit, identifying them, putting it over, reducing the risks for firefighters and casualties. We have a longboard there about to go in, and again it's about keeping that spine straight and immobile as much as possible so we can hand over to North West Ambulance.
Okay. Get to, you might just need to assist him forward slightly, and then get two teardrops down, and we'll put one more down in between, right?
As you can see, it's quite labour intensive. There is a strict command and control around this area. On the outside we have designated safety officers.
Three, four.
Dedicated safety officers there. Sometimes you can get drawn in and fixated on casual.
You will taste. I don't know what's happening, guys, but we are having a problem with the mic, so. Oh, hello.
So let go what we're going to do. We're going to, you're in charge of this, right? What we're
So at this point of the rescue or extrication, the person in charge is the person who's holding the casualty's head. That for us is the main centre of our attention, just to ensure that everything stays straight, reducing the injury and moving that casualty out slowly, methodically as we can, in a safe and effective manner. So at this point, we'd hand over to North West Ambulance Service and to do those initial assessments and move to a place of care at hopefully locally Blackpool, Victoria. Round of applause for the crews.
So if you've enjoyed today, like, please do join us again if you will.
I've got to say that was a quick recovery. But yeah, good demonstration from the guys here and girls. But yeah, good demonstration just to show people what happens when this sort of thing does happen. Good chance for people to actually see it up close. So yeah, we'll start at this side, we'll have another wander around, just show you what's here. And then I think we'll end it up. So, just finished the demonstration. So, just spin round quickly, you can just see just packing all that away. Excellent demonstration, good idea. Just so people can get a close look at what actually happens and a bit of information about it. But yeah, plenty of police about, and it's not kicking off in Blackpool, guys. Well, yeah, just wander around, show you what's here. It's not a massive event, but there is quite a few people here. All doing good stuff. Unfortunately, North West Ambulance couldn't attend today. They are very busy. So, yeah, it's another shot of them there, just clearing stuff away. But yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Do you want to go and see the new That's that. Is that one?
A lot of them are quite keen on self-education.
Just going to have a closer look at this car that's all mangled and stuff. Just showing sort of thing that can happen if there is a bad collision. And if this was on the street, obviously this would be a really bad one. But yes guys, this is a good idea for an event. So yeah, good idea for an event, just to convey information and get stuff out there so people understand a bit better. They do some very good work, so yeah, it's one of them, great to see. So I thought I'd get down here, at least get the demonstration for you, show you what's here. AT Media in the background again. But yeah, excellent event. So that is the end of it today. I was going to go around and see if I can have a chat with a few people, but it does look a bit busy, so I think I'll leave that. The important thing I came down for was the demonstration, and we got that, so you can all see that. Hopefully you enjoy it. AT Media in the background there, trying to sneak into the shot, look. But yeah, I'm going to end it off here, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, throw it a big thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you're new, or if you're not subscribed already. I've been Sangoan Explorer, and I will see you all on the next one. Umpa!